Hey guys, Tyler here. Just wanted to give a little introduction to a podcast Kyle and I just did. We've been encountering people out there who are buying and then selling and buying, and this is the advice we've been giving them. The market's been very dynamic and rates are very low. So people want to know, is it a good time to sell? Is it a good time to buy? And what should we buy? So here's our thoughts. Thanks.
Tyler, tell me why people should be considering buying a home right now.
Kyle, I think the big thing that I'm seeing right now is the rates are at the lowest they've been. I heard one guy was telling me he got a rate, his aunt or somebody got a rate for about 2.55. He had refinanced his house for 2.75. That's just
insane.
That is insane.
It's free money.
It is like free money.
Now, what would you say to the person who would say, yeah, I understand that the interest rates are super low, but what about home prices? We have, you have houses that used to sell for $100,000 are now selling for $160,000, $170,000, at least in Grand Rapids. And I think that goes all the way up through the 300 or so price range, if not more. What would you say to the person that would propose that argument?
Well, I would say if you're looking at buying and you're planning, so I've had some very real conversations, and I'll give you some examples of my real conversations that I've been having. Let's just say the guy's name is Tommy. And I was talking to Tommy, and Tommy wants to buy. They got a budget of about up to $350,000, and Tommy was like kicking around the idea of buying below.
Maybe in like the 200s or something?
Yeah, maybe in like the 200s, but the epiphany I had while talking to Tommy, because it's a dynamic industry, it's a dynamic market. The advice 6 months ago is maybe not the same advice I'm giving people now. So what I was telling people right now, what I told Tommy is, look, since interest rates are so low, buy what you really want as long as it doesn't put you into a financial issue. You don't ever want to buy something that's going to put you into a financial problem.
Right.
But if you can buy something you think you'll stay in for 10 years.
That you can comfortably afford.
Stay in for 10 years. The idea that people have is, well, I'll just buy something for $200,000, pay down debts, pay off stuff, which is great. But here's the only thought I have of that. If your goal is only to stay in that house for 2 years or 3 years, the amount of money you save will be ate up by selling the house.
Right.
So, and obviously these aren't hard, fast numbers. But then my other worry too that I was saying is.
So before you move on, expound on that a little bit, because you say, that we've got somebody who, again, just to relay out the scenario, we've got somebody who may be pre-approved up to like the 350 area, but they want to stay conservative and save money, so to speak, and so they think it'll be a better idea for me to maybe buy something around the 250 range. But you're saying, while it is good to have less debt in a lot of scenarios, you would probably eat up, or you're saying that if they were to only stay there for like a year or two, or what would you say would be the maximum amount? Maybe.
Again, if you're staying there for 5+ years, then buy the $250,000. But if you're like saying, I'm only going to stay here 2 or 3 years, to me, it's a no-brainer. Buy the bigger, better house that you want to live in and stay there 10 years, because the cost of selling, let's just say roughly 8-ish% to sell with taxes and real estate commissions, and that is a rough number. You're gonna eat that up. And then here's the big thing: is what if interest rates go back up to 5% by the time you buy your next house?
Exactly. And see, that's what I was thinking. Is it's almost, I don't want to write out, say that what you're saying is wrong, but my thought is, if you're getting a 2.5% interest rate, why not stay there for the life of the loan? Because you're having such an insanely low.
Yeah, buy something you like that you can stay in long term.
Right.
That would be my my advice. So I suppose wrapping it up this short little podcast we wanted to get for our clients and potential clients. Buy something you like, assuming it doesn't stretch you financially, that you'll stay in longer. That's probably the best advice I can give. So if you're thinking of moving, if you're saying to me, Tyler, I want to move next year, I'd say, well, let's think about that, because if rates go up 1%, this is the other thing, if rates go up 1%, it impacts your purchasing power by roughly 10%. So let's say you're looking at a $300,000 house right now that you can afford. If the rate went up 1%, theoretically you would only be able to afford $270,000. So it's a pretty tangible amount of money and difference, saying if it's 3% now and then it's 4.5% later. So in a nutshell, that's our advice for you. If you've been thinking about this, we'd love to chat with you more about it. Kyle, do you have anything to add?
No, I think those are good thoughts.
Okay, signing off.